All right, so it's been a month. We've been here in Addis Ababa and went to the south of the country, and now I'm taking off today. So we're in the Highlight neighborhood, and it's been an interesting experience. Overall, it's quite peaceful out here in the city. There's not been any real issues. It's actually much safer than probably any other African city I've been to. We ran into just some issues here and there. It's a fucking checkpoint everywhere around the country. Every 30 minutes there's a checkpoint, people checking your cops checking your IDs. But then with all this anti-US sentiment going on right now, you got a lot of Ferengi hate. So yeah, Ferengi is foreigner. So we got a little bit hated on here and there.
A little fight, a couple fights, maybe.
They're really fucking. Some fights with the taxi cabs. Guys in clubs.
Yeah, but also think about how people they look at us going down the street and they just automatically think about the propaganda that they're seeing at night or listening. Because every time you get on a taxi cab, you always hear the news, or you're walking down the street, you hear people blasting radios about, what's going on. And you always hear about the Western of the U.S. or CNN, BBC. These are the words you can make out on these speakers.
Yeah. And it's important to realize there's propaganda on both sides, So if you watch the Western media, it's very sympathetic to the Tigray, the TPLF regime, and calling everything a genocide, everything, every engagement that the military gets in out here. And then on this side,
You have the pro-Abbey
loyalists, we got the Abbey loyalists, the federal government. So it's like you're caught in the middle if you're a tourist out here. And I mean, it's cool. We're going to clubs on the weekends. There's not as many people as there would be normally, but it's still still good times to be had. Ethiopian people, the food, it's pretty amazing. It's definitely worth it to see. So
but also we've had to change our nationalities.
Yeah.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm Mexican, which I am.
I went from American to Irish, and then when Ireland started to back the TPLF or whatever, I then tried Brazilian or Russian, Turkish. So I've been a bunch of different nationalities out here because you just don't want to get fucked with. They'll tell you how much they hate America right now.
They straight up, right up front, they say, "Where are you from?" Hey, first thing that comes out of their mouth, "Where are you from?"
Yeah,
and
where are you from?
And say America, but the States. Guess what happens? They go frown.
Yeah.
And they're just like anti-sentiment. They're just like.
And Turkey's a big win though out here. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're from Turkey? I love Turkey." We had a Turkish guy with us. He was traveling with us down south, and he got us out of so many tight situations by being the one to speak, and we would just maybe claim that we couldn't speak good English or something. But
we have to sit in the back of most of the minibuses or the buses, so that way he can, show his passport.
Yeah.
And he can get us past the checkpoint without having to get off.
Yeah, if they see our American passports or something, you get a bit more issues. But I mean, overall, the police have been really professional and haven't had to bribe a single cop in Ethiopia.
Very efficient.
It doesn't feel like Africa. it's just kind of like the Middle East or something out here. It's definitely a different vibe, and people, although quite poor overall, seem to be a bit better educated and quite classy, very stylish. Style is very important out here.
Orientated. One thing that I do want to talk about is the development that's happening here.
Yeah, you can see it right behind.
Look at this building here.
See, construction everywhere. But that being said, right, it's TPLF.
A lot of it is Chinese money.
Okay.
But hey, they have to develop their country, so they have to get their money from somewhere.
Yeah, but with that though, I mean, you see like these projects, like some of them are on hold right now.
Those are by TPLF.
Yeah, they say like because the Tigrays held the country for 30 years, they were able to accumulate a lot of the wealth, and they were able to, you know, well, maybe they were stealing the wealth, whatever, but they were building up a lot of the city, so it's a lot of their personal money went into this, and now all that's been put on hold as they've been like running out of the country or arrested. Yeah, like there's a lot of people. There's hotels like in like the national park. We saw a hotel owned by a British guy. He was apparently friendly with the TPLF, so
Shut down his projects.
yeah, they shut down his deal. So that's going on all over the country right now. So, but I mean, if you're a traveler, what do you need to worry about? You know, in terms of your safety, it's a very safe country.
Yeah, I think so.
I
would second that.
Yeah, if you're not super white, if you blend in just a little bit, you just, you know, wear long sleeves too. That's a good idea.
Or go get a tan.
Yeah, get a tan. But
Zanzibar and get a tan before you come here.
if you don't stick out too much, you really just you can float through and have a good time and claim that you're Turkish and everything's gonna be all right. If you're in the city of Addis here, it's a little bit easier to tell people you're an American because there's a lot of people here who have relatives in America. They're a little bit more educated. They're understanding. America's got a 50-50 kind of, you know, I mean, it goes one, like now they're like, oh, we like Trump, you know, but when Trump was president, they're like, we don't like Trump, but now they're like, oh shit, we do like him, and now we don't like Biden, and Biden's a fucking idiot, whatever. So, anyways, yeah.
I mean, everything else, I mean, just make sure you hold your purse. Make sure there's nobody trying to pickpocket you.
Yeah.
You know, there's definitely that going on here.
A lot of pickpocket, that's for sure.
I mean, anything else, I mean, you have a good time out here.
Yeah. So much history to see, so much unique things. I mean, the freaking calendar is 7 years behind ours, and the clock's upside down, you know, for starters. And they don't eat like any fried food or chicken, so
I think I lost about 10 pounds.
yeah,
Disappearing here.
yeah, it's pretty healthy. You'll enjoy that. So yeah, I mean, that's about it.
It's good. I mean, I've had a good time.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stay longer.
He'll stay longer. I gotta get out. My visa's expired.
I think I'm gonna go over my visa.
All right. Yeah. All the you know, to the south, everything's you know, pretty chill. There's not really any conflict. All the issues are to the north, and you know, the Western media will tell you like the city of Addis is under siege or whatever, and that's just frankly bullshit. You know, or the OLA, the Oromo Liberation Army is surrounding the city, and like,
Nah, it's bullshit.
I mean, yeah, it's bullshit. The federal government has control of all the roads, at least in the south, and I mean probably 80% of the country. So
I mean, people here living their normal life. Like they know what's going on in the north, but they're just. I mean, you see fear in their eyes. When we first got here, I saw a lot of fear in their eyes, and a lot of aggression because they didn't know how to express their fear. But now it's people just getting back to normal, and I think people are just gonna continue to do that because they have to live their life here.
yeah.
And if they want to live in fear, then they'll continue listening to the radio. But I've often talked to people that say, you know what, I don't even listen to the news anymore. I just want to live my daily life here.
Yeah.
It's like anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah, and I mean, even with like the military itself, you got like huge recruitment going on all around the country. They're really pumping up their amount of troops that they're sending up to fight in the north there. And you know, you got the Chinese, Russian, Turkish,
Yeah,
Emirati.
Everybody. Every country is here, has an embassy. I mean, there's one in every block that you see around here.
Yeah, but they're getting like a lot of support now with their military, like from drones and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, so like and I don't really think anyone's really supporting TPLF militarily, so I don't suspect this war to go on too much longer, at least outside of Tigray. I think
I don't know about that one.
probably Tigray will be its own country, right? Or
I
something.
think this thing is going to last, so this war is going to last for, it's going to drag on.
Yeah, hopefully less international players get involved and they can settle this a little bit more internally. But yeah, I think it's a good stepping stone too, because you got a lot of people who are now claiming to be Ethiopian rather than their tribes. Like a lot of people, you ask them, what's your tribe? And they say, nah, Ethiopia. Like Tigray people, Amhara people, like people that just accept that they want more unity out here rather than, breaking off like Tigray did. Whether or not Tigray had a reason that was valid for the start of its civil war, yeah, that's beside the point. But any other points to hit on?
No, I think people should come. I think people should not be scared and watch the news and try to figure out if they should come or not. I think they should just come.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't come, you're just losing out on all that history that you can learn, all that great. I mean, this place is very unique. I didn't expect. Actually, when I first got here, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was too different. It was too different. Like,
but now I'm warming up.
Nowhere to find food or how to get around or anything.
But people here are very warm, and I think the way it works here is if you know someone and they like you and you connect, then people then share you to the family, share you to friends, and you just open up a whole world of which is Ethiopia.
Yeah. Super family oriented. Yeah, but I mean. Yeah, the national parks, they still need tourists to get out there. They still need, like, the villagers down south. Yeah, they're hurting right now in the tourism department out here. So, I mean, that's 2 years of not really getting much tourists. And, I mean, it's safe to go to all the southern tourist sites. Even up in, I hear Gondor, Bahidar, like up in the north, these places in Amhara have not really had much of an issue. And now Lalibela has been recaptured, and that's a huge. From what I hear, I have made some friends here who are from Lalibela, and they say their family is saying that all the historical sites are still all intact, all the rock-hewn churches. So, yeah, it's still an incredible tourist destination.
I hope to get there.
Yeah.
Hoping to go north.
All right. Well, that's it. And as always, fuck CNN.
And BBC.
Take care.